All right, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Web 7 challenge, HTTP the head method, which is part of the olicyber.it website as part of their introduction to web security challenges. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read the documentation over here, and then we'll do the challenge. So it says, sometimes it can be interesting for a client to know the metadata of a resource without having to receive the whole representation. Think, for example, of a case of a large file size. For these cases, the HTTP protocol provides the verb head designed to get in response the headers of a request get equivalent, but without transferring the resource. The reported headers should be identical to those of a similar request get, but as in the case of the header accept, a server defective or poorly configured can accidentally leak additional information that would not be included in the response to a normal get request. The goal of this challenge is to make a head request to the resource, this URL right here, and observe the headers replaced back. We recommend using the function head of the library requests. They're talking about the Python stuff. So let's talk about what we're doing in this challenge. So this is olicyber Web 7, HTTP the head method. So this challenge requires us to send a head request to the server and observe the headers sent in response. The HTTP head request method is used to retrieve only the response headers of a web page without retrieving the body, or that is the contents of the page. So we've been talking about the get request, the get method for a lot of these other challenges. So the get method is going to retrieve everything from the web page, but the head request or the head method is only going to retrieve the headers of a particular web page. So practical uses of the head method include link validation, that is checking if a resource exists, and content negotiation, checking if the content type or language is the correct one, and that's how we use the head method. So we're going to be solving this in one of three ways. The first way is going to be using the web browser. So solving this challenge with the web browser requires us to edit and resend an initial get request to the endpoint. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to grab the link for the challenge over here, and then we're going to visit the web page in our web browser. Okay, so we get this this response over here. It says unauthorized. That's fine. We're not supposed to be sending this method. This was a get method. If we go over to our web browser tools, so click on this, and then go over to more tools, and then go over to web developer tools. So this will bring up the web developer tools that we're going to be using to edit our request. So there's a bunch of different tabs in the web developer tools. The one that we want to use is the network tab over here. So click on network and then reload the page. Okay, reload is over here. And then we get the get request to the resource, and we're going to the landing page. If you click on the request, this one over here, you can right click on it, and then you can select edit and resend. So we're going to edit this request, we're going to resend it, but not with the get method, but the head method. So after we click edit and resend, we see the details of the new request over here. We can click on the drop-down menu and change the method from get to head. And after we do that, we can send the request off with this button over here, send, click on it, and then we still get a 401, but what we want to pay attention to is we want to pay attention to the headers that were received in the request. So if we click on headers over here on the right hand side, and we scroll down a little bit, we see that we received this header called X flag. So flag rogue metadata. So this is the solution to the challenge. So what you want to do is you want to copy the flag value over here, then go back to the challenge and submit the flag on the challenge description page. So we've already finished this challenge before, so we don't have the opportunity to submit the flag again. But if you haven't finished the challenge, you should be able to submit the challenge flag on this page. So that's solving this challenge using the web browser. So there's a couple more methods we can use. So we can also solve the challenge using the curl command. So the curl command is it's a program that you can use on Linux machines or on Windows machines. Actually, I'm not too sure if Windows has it installed by default. Let me check on that real quick. Okay, so curl is installed on Windows machines. So if you've got access to a Windows terminal, you should be able to use it. So solving this challenge with the curl command requires us to use the -I parameter, which sends a head request and returns the headers from the response. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to go over to the challenge. We're going to grab the URL, and then we're going to go to our terminal. So if you want to do this from, if you don't have access to a Linux terminal, there's a free Linux terminal we can use over at JS Linux over here. So people who don't have access to a Linux machine, they can use this one instead. I'll leave the link in the chat if you want to check it out yourself. So this is a web accessible Linux machine. And what you can do is you can paste in the, oh, sorry. we need to get the URL from the challenge. Okay, let's go and do that. So here it is. I'm just going to copy it. Then I go back to our JS Linux terminal, paste it in. And we're going to run the curl command. So curl -I is going to is going to send a head request. So we have to specify the URL here as well. When we run the command, it'll return to us the headers from the response. So we got HTTP 401 unauthorized, but we also got the flag. So we were able to finish this challenge in two ways, one with the web browser and one with curl, and there's a third way. So the third way is using Python. So solving this challenge with Python, so Python is a scripting language, it requires us to use the request module's head function, then print out the header sent in the response. So we've got a short Python script that we can use for this purpose, and it's over here. Let me grab that. Okay. So if you want to see where our script is, it's over here. What you want to do is you want to scroll down to the bottom of our write-up page over here, and there's a section called the Python solution. So in here is our Python script. We're just going to copy the code, and then we're going to go over to our web accessible JS Linux here. Then we're going to use the nano text editor to create our script. So web7.py, we're just going to create the Python script in here. And after the program starts up, we can paste in our script. So right click, paste. And we see here that the spacing, the formatting got a little bit messed up. So we need to change the spacing. Okay, so before we save and run the script, let's just talk about what the script is doing. So the first thing we do is we import the request module that lets us make web requests using the Python program. So the next thing we define is the URL, the resource that we want to contact. And we just got it from the challenge. It's this one over here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a request to the endpoint, which is this one over here, and then save the response headers. So the head request is going to be request.head URL. So this is a function called head that makes a head request to the URL. And then we save the response headers in a variable here called res headers. And that's going to be the head request.headers attribute. The last thing we're going to do in the script is we're going to print out those response headers, and that's the entire script. Okay, so save it out, clear the screen, and then run the Python script. So Python space web07.py to run the script. Okay, so we got it back. So content length 12, content type text plain. So this is basically all of the headers that are sent back to us in the form of a dictionary. So a Python dictionary, and we also get the flag value over here. X flag, flag, rogue metadata. We could copy this, and then we could submit it to the challenge to finish the challenge. All right. So everybody, that was 3 methods of solving this challenge. All right, everybody, this was a guided walkthrough for the Web 7 HTTP the head method challenge from olicyber.it as part of their Introduction to Web App Security series of challenges. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.